In all your years of dealing with the dead and the dying, have you ever seen anything that you cannot explain? Never. Are you there? Are you with me? Gabriel drew a picture of a woman with a book. And so did Harriet. If you're suggesting that my pursuit of the truth is in relation to Gabriel...
But only you can answer that.
God help me, I see the dead! And I have to understand why this is happening.
You are transgressing against God and nature.
Another one of us can't.
Where does it all end, Gideon?
What do they say about me?
They say you're raising the dead.
Daddy! Where are you, Daddy?
Nathan? Nathan? Are you there?
I will protect you.
Can you protect our child?
This is supposed to be a surprise.
I am surprised. I wasn't expecting this.
I'm beginning to suspect that whoever constructed this crate did so with the intention of it withstanding theft and fire and acts of God. See, that's what first attracted me to you. Beautiful and so deft with a chisel.
A crib. I love it. And things like this are what first attracted me to you. My wonderful Mr. Appleby.
What, you leaving?
Then she got something else I haven't seen, so it's much cause for staying.
Never had any complaints from the lasses.
Reckon I'm more particular than the usual rubbish you've been having.
Rubbish? I'll give you rubbish!
Who's that? Show yourself now!
This one night, every night and all, fire and sleet and candlelight, and Christ receive thy soul.
You know the stories of the All Hallows Massacre. We all do. About how the Roundhead army rode on Shepsoy with their muskets and swords, slaughtering all before them. Killed every man, woman and child, they did. And those that tried to flee were given the worst death of all. Hunted down and strung up in the trees by their necks, gutted like pigs. And there were that many hanging in the woods that the ground was sodden with blood. And it was All Hallows time when it happened, just like now. He was that terrified. Just going on about what he'd seen. A woman strung up in the tree by her neck, she was, her guts hanging out. That's what the engineer saw. It's an omen that they're coming for us. All the railway boys are saying so.
Well, of course they are. Them railway lads, townies, every last one of them.
You put them in the woods at night, and they'll tell you they've seen Lucifer himself. But you got more sense, more there. Taking either stories like that.
Just telling you what I heard, that's all.
Well, some nonsense is best kept to yourself.
Mr. Smith, can't you please tell me what she looked like, this woman you saw hanging?
No, Mr. Appleby, I cannot.
Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith! It is of the utmost importance that I know what occurred. Where did you see this event?
In the copse, by the old swing.
Yes?
Sorry, Mr. Appleby, I have not the stomach to revisit what I saw last night, now or ever again. I have travelled the length of our great empire with a railway, but this place... There is something wrong here. Something very, very wrong.
They can't just suspend work.
They can. They have.
For how long?
Until they can find new workers willing to come here, which Smith reckons won't be easy, not when word spreads about the things that have been occurring here.
What if they can't find new workers?
The railway would chart an alternative route, bypassing our land.
Well, damn them. Damn the railway. We can survive without their money. The harvest fetched a good price. We don't need them.
It feels like every time we make any progress, something intervenes to thwart us.
It's to be expected. All this. The farm, the fields, it's unfamiliar territory.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something more sinister. Whatever Smith saw last night was so terrible he would not stay another night.
What he imagined he saw. It was late and dark, and the copse is unsettling even in the daylight.
Oh, but being willfully blind to what's occurring around us is not a solution. These events will continue without our intervention.
I am not being willfully blind. I accept what I see, that is all. You're concerned, I see that, but I cannot believe that every ill that befalls us is the work of a ghost. We must focus on the farm, on the future, for us and our child.
Ma'am, would you like a smile?
I think that would detract from the sense of All Hallows, Gideon.
What about a scowl? Ah.
No, as you are a spy. Is everyone ready? Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Toby!
Toby.
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Perfect.
Yeah. That it, man?
Yes, you're all done.
Man.
Harriet,
Mr. Appleby,
I need your assistance in an important matter.
of course. But I'm expected home. Perhaps I could hold until tomorrow.
No, this is very important, Harriet. It requires our attention this evening. I'm sure your parents will forgive your tardiness when they hear you've been helping me.
You remember how we did this before?
Yes.
Good. I want you to concentrate on the watch, Harriet. Look steadily at the watch. Let everything else fade away. Invite her to come forward and make her presence felt. Tell her I know she's been causing all these hauntings. Tell her that. Tell her I've seen her. In the woods, in the house. You know who I'm talking about. You know who this woman is. You saw her. You drew her. In this very room. Ask her what she wants. Ask her, Harriet. Ask her. Ask her.
sorry to wake you up now, Harriet. When I get to the
They're coming for you. Nathan, they're coming for you.
Who?
Who is coming? Harriet. What do they want? Harriet.
What the engineers saw last night is nonsense. Then why are they leaving? Railway's not just going to pack up and go without cores, is they?
Appleby letting the railway go is bad for the whole village. Mr. Nathan knows what he's doing. The Applebys have always wanted the best for this community at heart.
I reckon the railway boys got more sense than we have, leaving in while they still can.
A dose of the Wanderlust, Maud?
No. But I've got 2 eyes in my head and I can see what's going on around here. We all can. None of it's any good. No, I'd rather leave now than end up like your Jack, buried up in Kane's field with not so much as a cross above his head.
But if I had a mind to, where would we go? This is our home.
You'd find somewhere new. Somewhere where you're not living side by side with evil.
Gwen?
Well, who did this? Mr. Appleby, ma'am. He was here with Miss Harriet.
It's the pig's blood, ma'am.
What were they doing? I don't know, ma'am. But nothing good comes from inviting the dead back in your life.
Where were you? I met Mr. Appleby in the village. I was delayed. He escorted me all the way home. I wasn't alone.
Harriet, did something happen?
Luke perished. Are you all right?
What happened, Harriet? Tell me.
You should never have involved her. After all that time you spent curing her to drag her back into this business
But it
again.
was not in vain. Harriet told me they're coming for me.
Who is coming?
I believe it's this woman. It's this ghost that I've been seeing.
Clarity went up.
No, it's another woman. I understand. You're skeptical.
Just stop now.
But she's real. I saw her again today. If I could show you the things I've seen, then you'd believe me. Amazing things. Impossible things.
The woman carries a book with photographs of this house, but they're moving as if the photographs have come to life. And then there's a voice in the photograph, a woman's voice, and she's calling out Charlie's name and Peter Hare and all the others.
I'm worried about you, Nathan. This obsession isn't healthy. Why don't we get away to London for a few days, just us?
No, we can't leave. Not now.
Why not? Harvest is sold, we can see friends and visit the theatre and galleries. It'll be like a tonic. Just a few days, that's all I'm asking, and then we can return rested and clear-headed. Please, please. For me.
Very well.
That you'd use my daughter to commune with the dead? My 16-year-old daughter?
It was a grave error of judgment, and we accept that.
No, it was an unforgivable betrayal of our friendship.
Meant no harm. I was merely trying to put an end to these hauntings.
I don't care. You do not now involve my daughter in your misadventures.
You're right. It was unforgivable. Nathan's sorry, aren't you? Why would anyone set fire to a tree?
I don't know, but I intend to find out.
If it burns out now, you won't find it in the dark.
Please don't go now, Nathan. Please.
Very well. First thing in the morning, you and I will investigate, Denning. You came?
Only to satisfy my own curiosity.
Well, there's nothing here. There's no scorch marks. There's no charred wood. There's no evidence of any kind that there was a fire here last night.
Well, we must be searching the wrong field.
No, it was here. We saw it. Charlotte saw it.
If there are no remains, it can't have been here. It's impossible.
Well, of late, I've witnessed many things I'd once have called impossible.
Please tell me we are not discussing the supernormal again.
If that's what you care to call it.
I believe in God and man, and very little in between.
Then explain how there's not a trace of this tree we saw blazing so brightly last night.
We just haven't found the remains yet. And we will. You'll see.
Yes, ma'am, the food is hot and ready to be taken into the fields. I thought it best we take them out while they're still piping, ma'am.
Of course, you're right. We should. I'll be down presently.
Yes, ma'am.
You will find nothing. Because what we saw was not an actual tree on fire. It was just another of these events that have been haunting this village. Listen to me, Denning.
Take your hand off me.
Well, I know you're angry with me for involving Harriet in this, but don't let your anger blind you to what's happening.
I believe I know what's behind all this. There's a woman, a ghost. I have mentioned her to you. She has been present from the very beginning, throughout all these hauntings. Listen, I've even heard her reciting the names of Charlie Thatcher, Peter Hare, and Harriet.
Are you suggesting this ghost is orchestrating all these other supernormal events?
Yes, she is the thread that is tying everything together. I'm certain of it.
That is insane.
Well, so is a tree that burns but leaves no trace behind. These events will continue and escalate unless we intervene to stop her.
Intervene how?
An exorcism to banish her and all the evil spirits from Shepsoy.
Our church forbids exorcisms, except in the most extraordinary circumstances.
Without one, there will be no respite from these disturbances.
My answer is no.
Then she will continue to orchestrate these hauntings. She will not cease. Not unless we stop her.
Gwen, do you believe in ghosts?
Not sure ghost is the word I'd use, but I do believe this world is inhabited by more than just man and beast.
Is it the dead, do you think? Their spirits lingering?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
What is it?
In the fields! Horses! Soldiers! Spirits!
Hurry!
Come on!
Maud, where are you going? Away from here! No, Maud, you know what this is? All Hallows Eve, when the Roundheads rode on Shepsoy, they slayed every man, woman and child. They strung them up from the trees by their necks. Look at me! That's what Smith the engineer saw. A woman in the woods. She was strung up and cut open. It won't stop until they shed blood. My advice is to get away from here. Get as far away from here as you can.
What is it you want? Tell me. Tell me.
Stop!
I searched the whole hillside. Nothing, not a single scrap to prove the fire ever existed.
Or perhaps the wind scattered the ashes.
Who's got these, Father?
Thank you, Harriet. Put them in the sacristy. A tree that size does not burn itself out without leaving a trace.
There must be an explanation for it.
Is my belief, too. Everything can be explained, if not by faith, then by science and reason. I'm a skeptic when it comes to matters of the occult, but this...
You don't think that's what it is?
I don't know what to think. Wait here. no one there. Harriet?
Harriet? Me?
What's happening? Do something! She's choking! Harriet! Harriet, Matthew, please, Harriet! Harriet! She's choking, Matthew, quick!
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost. Take Harriet home. Lock the doors. And don't open them until I return.
Where will you be?
There's something I must attend to, alone. The circumstances we face require extreme measures.
You will perform the exorcism.
I warn you, I have no experience of such methods.
You are doing the right thing. This will defeat this woman and whatever evil she's brought here.
Nathan, there are apparitions in the woods, unexplainable visions and noises. The workers are frightened, as am I.
You've seen them. You've seen them.
Yes, I'm sorry.
I will go and reassure the workers and I will tell them that we are putting an end to these disturbances.
How?
That I will perform an exorcism. This will be an end to it all. All of you, go home. Lock your doors. Reverend Denning is about to perform a ceremony that will lift this darkness that has been hanging over Shepsoy.
Do you believe all this is the work of ghosts and the dead?
I know only this, that I have seen terrible, unexplainable things. And whatever hand is behind them must be stopped.
When you awake in the morning, peace and calm will be restored.
But you will only banish the evil spirits and not the benign.
Then I've no room for such distinctions. All that is present must be cast out.
Hurry, now, go!
It is imperative if Shepsoy is to have any peace.
Are we ready to begin?
Almost.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Ghost,
I cast you out, unclean spirit, with every satanic power of the enemy, and spectre from hell. In the name of Jesus Christ, be gone, and stay far from these creatures of God. For it is he who created the earth and said, "Let there be light." For it is he who commands you. He who cast the serpent from the garden. He who formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And the man became a living being. He who flung you from the heights of heaven into the depths of hell. He who rained down burning sulfur on Sodom and Gomorrah and inflicted 10 plagues on the house of Egypt. He who is all powerful and whose might is indestructible, who will smite the forces of evil without mercy.
You hear that? The gunfire stopped. It's working.
For it is he who commands you. He who once stilled the sea and the wind and the storm.
Daddy.
Ignore it, Nathan. It's a trick. That is not your son. The devil takes on many forms.
Daddy, where are you, Daddy? Daddy. Daddy. Where are you, Daddy? I want you to play with me. Play with me, Daddy. Why won't you ever play with me?
Hearken and tremble in fear. Satan, you enemy of faith.
I'm going to sail my boat.
You foe of the human race. Corrupter of men.
I need to show you something now. Something very important. Nathan!
You corrupter of justice, you root of all evil.
It's Gabriel, that's his boat. How is it possible that he's in this photograph?
When I developed it yesterday, he wasn't, but this morning...
You've known since this morning. You said nothing.
I was going to tell you.
When exactly? You had this and you deliberately kept it from me, an unforgivable lie.
No.
Then why didn't you show this to me immediately?
I don't know.
You don't know how important this might be to me. Proof that Gabriel is present. His spirit is still here. Still present. Stop! You must stop this now. Stop this ceremony. My son is here. Gabriel is here. I have proof. Look. Look. Look.
Your son's soul has been entrusted to God.
No, he's here, Denning. And I will not risk banishing him with this ceremony.
Consider what you are doing.
My mind is set.
This community has paid a terrible price because of these hauntings, and it will pay an even greater one if we do not stop them now. He's crucified as man. Explain!
You get out of my house! You're not welcome here, Denning.
Avalon! Consider what you're doing!
Go! I am warning you. If you do not leave here now, I will take my gun to you.
Do you hear that? Because of what you have done, it has returned.
I have to think of Gabriel.
He is dead!
He's still my son.
Forgive him my trespasses, as I forgive him for trespassing against me. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Hello? Is anybody there? Slow!
They're gone.
Here.
This way. There she is. Maud! Maud!
What happened?
They found Maud's body in the forest. It must have happened last night.
What I don't understand is I thought Mr. Denham was going to put an end to this business.
Yes. I decided not to proceed with the ceremony.
Why, sir?
I had good reasons. Very good reasons. Very important ones. And... Did you hear that?
Give me my son! None of them will work for us again. You do realize that. Answer me!
You must have heard him! He's here. Gabriel is here. Right now. I know he is. You can see him in the photograph. Look, you can't deny it. Look.
I just want him to leave us alone! No!
you seen him?
No, ma'am. You should leave Shepsoy now, ma'am. It'd be best for you and the baby to get far, far away from here. It's not good for you here.
I can't leave, Gwen.
I'll go with you. You wouldn't have to be alone.
I can't abandon my husband, not now. You can leave if you want.
No, not gonna abandon you.
You took me for a ghost of my former self.
Him that's gone got fainter hearts than some.
There's something wrong with your mind and your heart and your soul.
It's you pulling others into your unhappiness.
Me? The lost soul? Inside my heart.
I am not here to be punished.
Voices from the wheat field, run, boy, run. Voices from the wheat field, neath the blood-red sun. Whispers in the moonlight, you will come to me soon. Whispers in the moonlight.